Leanne. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So if you are someone new here to my YouTube channel, then I'm just going to give you a little bit of background information about this channel. So my YouTube channel is all about very honest makeup reviews and very informative makeup tutorials. So today is a makeup tutorial. I'm not actually reviewing a product, so you'll get to see how in depth I am today. So basically my goal in starting this YouTube channel was just to educate people about makeup and sort of break it down and make it just a bit easier for people, as I really did struggle when I first started makeup. I'm so happy that I didn't give up, obviously, but there were definitely times when I just thought, you know what, I just can't do this, like, I just don't understand. And then I'd actually go and watch YouTube and then just couldn't grasp how like people go from obviously it looking a mess and then the next second it just looks flawless. So especially with today's tutorial, obviously a black smoky eye, which I think is one of the hardest things to master in makeup, to get it to just look blended and seamless. I've left in all the steps and I really am in depth and I really do explain each step bit by bit. So yeah, that's what today's video is, and generally that's like the theme on this channel, to just educate people about makeup, to make makeup easy and to not miss out any tips or tricks that maybe other content creators do, as I feel like sometimes people just assume that people will know things, whereas with me I literally explain everything in detail. I'm even like, for example, in a few of my videos that I've watched back, I'm even describing how to find the crease in your eye. Like, that's how in detail I am. But yeah, if that's something you're interested in and something that sounds good to you, then please subscribe to my YouTube, and also please show your support by liking this video. Also, it means even more to me if you left a comment, leave me some feedback in the comment section and let's chat. But yeah, let's just stop rambling on now. Let's just jump into this black smoky eye tutorial, which I am super proud of, by the way. I feel like this is like the best smoky eye I've ever done, hands down, ever. It's just so black, literally, like, obsessed. So if you can master this, then I feel like most of the eyeshadows, blended eyeshadows anyway, like smoky eyes, are so much easier. So if you can get the hang of a black smoky eye, you can basically work with any other colour, I think anyway, as black is just the most drastic and I'd say scary of all the colours. So for the black, I'm going to be going in with the e.l.f. Bite Size eyeshadow, and this is the Truffles palette. Now this palette is only £3, you get 4 shadows in, and I'm going to be using the black one today. So as you can see, I've already done my eyeshadow primer. I've used the P Louise base, and this is in the shade Room 0.5, which I do think is far too light for me. I noticed that when I put foundation on the nose and on the face, this little bit here and here on the inner corner just looks far too white. So I do need to repurchase this in a darker shade. And the brush I'm going to be picking the black up on is the 231 Luxe Petite Crease Brush from Zoeva. So it's quite a small tip compared to what I would normally blend with, but that's because it's black. We don't want the black to go everywhere. We sort of want to be as careful as we can with the black. So I'm just going to be doing a rounded black smoky eye. So I'm just going to start by working this black shade into the crease. And I'm not going above my own natural crease. As you can see, I'm literally just putting this into my own crease. And like I said, I definitely want to be getting a circular shape today. So I'm just taking that black from the inner corner to the outer corner of the eye. And like I said, I'm not taking it too high up. I did try out this look yesterday and I noticed that I'd taken it far too high. So I'm just going to be keeping it just to my own natural crease. So then the next brush that I'm going to be going in with is the Morphe M433 brush. Now, as you can see, this brush is slightly different. It's more of a flat tip brush. And what I'm going to be doing is the 50% technique. So I'm going to be going in with the Jeffree Star Androgyny palette. So I'm going to be going in with the shade Dominatrix, which is this one, tapping off any excess, and then I'm going to be placing this 50% on the black that I've already put down and 50% on the P Louise eye base. And notice how I'm putting the brush, I'm not angling it like that towards the eye, I'm angling it so it's sort of pressed flat against the eyelid. So yeah, 50% is on the black and 50% is on the P Louise eye base where I've got no other eyeshadow. And I'm just tracing that around where I put that black circular shape. I just keep going back in and picking up more product as I need it. And that shade is called Dominatrix. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. So as you can see, that's starting to blend a lot more now. So now I'm going to be going in with the P Louise original palette, and I'm going to be taking one of my favourite shades from this palette, which is Latte, which as you can see I've literally almost nearly used it. So I'm picking Latte up on a Zoeva 224 Luxe Defined Crease brush, and I'm just going to be taking Latte and doing the same technique again. So the 50% technique. So I'm putting 50% of this colour on the Jeffree Star Dominatrix shadow and 50% on where I've got no shadow. Still keeping it in a very circular shape as you can see. So now I'm going back in with the second brush, and I'm going to be picking up Dominatrix again, and I'm just going to be doing the 50% technique again, if I say that one more time. So I'm just going to be going back in with the first brush now, and I'm going to be picking up some more of that black from the e.l.f. palette, just to deepen up the black which you've inevitably blended away. As that always happens, like blending is just repetitive, as I'm always saying. So as you put one colour down and then you start to diffuse it out, inevitably some of the original colour will fade away. So we're just deepening that up as you can see. So from the inner corner to the outer corner and back again. Then now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going in with a Morphe Jeffree Star JS6 brush, and I'm going to be going back into the P Louise palette again, and the shade I'm going to be taking is the shade Smoky, and I'm going to be doing that 50% technique again. And then I'm going back in with the Zoeva 224 Luxe Defined Crease, and I'm taking that Latte shade again. Just putting it between the Dominatrix shade and the Smoky shade. And then I'm picking up some more of that shade Dominatrix and just tickling it over the edges of the black now. And then I'm just going to go back in with the black again. So I know this is going to seem crazy because I've just had no face makeup on before, but now I've got a full face of makeup on. But I haven't actually touched the eye from where I was up to before, so I'm just going to continue on with the eye. The reason for this is because I've just been on a video call, so I thought rather than waste time and not do the face makeup, I thought I'll just save time while I'm on the video call and then just continue to do the black smoky eye when I check back in on camera. So if anyone's confused, that's why. Weren't planning on doing it this way, but yeah, here we are. So what I'm going to be doing now, because I've got the face makeup on, is I'm just going to be taking a little bit of loose powder and just placing it under the eye, and that is just so any fallout from the black eyeshadow won't actually spoil the rest of my base makeup. So now one crucial step to make the black really black is I'm going to be going in with my P Louise BADDA BLACK base, And I'm just taking some of this on my little trusty plastic palette. That's so that the product won't get soaked up, as if I just put it on my finger, my skin would inevitably soak up some of the product. So I'm actually going to be using the P Louise Acid Rain yellow brush. So this brush is a synthetic brush, which means that the product also won't get soaked up by these bristles, rather than a natural hair brush. And I'm just going to be taking this and packing it down onto the lid, keeping it quite low. So I'm not taking this black very, very high. I'm just literally keeping it more close to the lash line. So now I'm going to be going back in with the first brush that I actually had the black on, and I'm going to take a little bit more of the black from the e.l.f. palette, from the Truffles palette, and I'm just going to be working the edges of this P Louise base into the other shadows. Now this base really is brilliant for just intensifying not just a black eyeshadow but also other colours. So if you have other pigments, this is a really, really good base for actually making pigments pop. So I'm actually going to be setting this base, so I'm just pressing the black on top, as you can see. Now that it's actually blended in on the edges to the other colours, I'm just going to be setting that base. And hopefully this is showing up on camera, but that just took that black to a whole new level. I'm really impressed with this product. I love P Louise anyway, but for the smoky eye to be really, really, really black and dark, then this product is a must. So yeah, now like I explained, I'm going to be taking the Makeup Forever. Look at the size of it. So small, but I use it all the time. So yeah, the Makeup Forever Artist Colour Pencil, and that's in the shade Whatever Black. And I am just going to be tight lining my eyes. So that is when you just take a pencil, normally black, and just run it on the inner rim of the top waterline. So I'm just going to be setting that waterline now. So I'm just going to be going in with a Zoeva 317 winged liner brush, and I'm just going to be pressing some of that black e.l.f. eyeshadow on top of where I've just put that Makeup Forever pencil. Now another tip I've found for making a black smoky eye look as effective as possible is if I actually use a bit of black eyeliner along the top of the black smoky eye. So I'm just going to be using the NYX Epic Ink eyeliner and just running that from the inner corner to the outer corner. So to smoke out the waterline, I'm going to be going in with the Morphe Jeffree Star JS13 brush. So it's just a small pencil slash bullet brush, and I'm going to be smoking out first with the shade Dominatrix. So first with this Dominatrix Chocolate Brown from the Jeffree Star palette, and then eventually I'm going to build it up to this deep orangey shade. And as you can see, I'm just building this up in stages. And I always think for the smoky eye to look really smoky and blended, you have to kind of do whatever you do to the top, you kind of have to do to the bottom. So obviously we blended the black out on the top with this chocolate brown shade, and then we blended it out even more with some shades from the P Louise palette. So then now I'm going to be going in with a bigger version of that Jeffree Star brush. So this is the Morphe Jeffree Star JS12 brush, and I'm going to be taking this Sun-Kissed shade from the P Louise palette, and again I'm just running that underneath that chocolate brown shade. Just going back in with the shade Dominatrix. So I'm going in now with the Morphe M518 brush, and all I'm going to be doing is just take, this is a clean brush by the way, and all I'm going to be doing is just literally tracing over the edges of this P Louise shade, and this is just to make sure that it's just a nice smooth blend. Obviously we want to keep it rounded, but by just going over with a clean brush and going over very, very gently, that will just give it a more blended effect. So as you can see, hopefully on camera, that just changed it a little bit. Just softening these edges, in my opinion, really makes all the difference. And makeup really is just about these little tricks and finishing touches that take your makeup game to that next level. So on the edges, as you can see here, because I want to keep this circular shape, I'm just literally using a C shape on the outer corner, and then I'm taking it all the way to the inner corner, just being very, very gentle. Again, like I explained, just placing a C shape on the outer corner, so that will keep it in a circular shape. But yeah, to me that just looks a bit more smouldering, a bit more smoky, and just more blended. So yeah, now I'm going to be going in with lashes and mascara, and then doing the other eye, and then I'll be back. So super quick, I'm just going to be applying some of the MAC Cosmetics Nylon eyeshadow, which is my favourite for inner corner highlight and underbrow bone highlight. So I'm just literally applying that just to underneath the arch of my brow, and the inner corner as well. It literally just makes any eyeshadow pop. Like even with black, it's not too white or silvery, I don't think anyway. It's just still a very flattering inner corner highlight, and I absolutely love it, and I haven't really found anything similar to it or as good as it. So guys, this is the finished and completed black smoky eye look. I'm obsessed. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I really, really love it, and I do think it's very wearable. I know maybe not for some people, maybe for some people it's too much, but for me this is the type of makeup that I like. I like makeup that is loud and glam and just full. I do like natural as well, but yeah, this is just perfect for me. So I hope that everybody enjoyed the tutorial, but most of all, as you know, I hope that you learned something. So let me know if you did. Let me know if you did learn any new tips or tricks. Leave me some feedback in the comment section letting me know. And also, if you have any tips on how to blend a black smoky eye, then please let me know, as I think we can all learn from each other, and there'll definitely be something that maybe you might know that I definitely haven't got a clue about. So drop me some feedback in the comment section, and before we go, I'm just going to remind everyone to subscribe if you haven't already. Obviously like this video to show me that you like this video, and to encourage me to keep making more of this type of content. But apart from that, thanks for hanging out with me today. Thank you for sticking around to the end. I really do appreciate it, and I will definitely see you in the next tutorial.